day. My name is Pateka and welcome to my channel. If you are viewing this channel, it's for welcome. Definitely there's a reason why you are here, and view our old videos by clicking on the name of the channel or the logo of the channel. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I hope I'm still adding value to your life. Without wasting time, I know it's been long. I know it's been long since I did a video. 2 months, if I'm not 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 mistaken, without releasing a video. And I thought that I am now back. 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 I'm gonna be doing videos. I will be able to make up for the last few months that I was not here. But before we get on to today's video, I'd like to know, how are you doing? How can I help you? How are things going? How has it been for the last 2 months? How are you holding up? Is there any progress? Are you seeing any difference in your life? I'm just checking up on you, you know? Yeah. And from my side, I think, 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 I think. It first started by having an influx of orders. I just had a lot of orders from previous specials that we had, and they took all my time. And we're still, even now, taking orders. The number for orders, you can always check it in the description. There's a WhatsApp number. Prices. You can always check also on the Facebook, following the Facebook page. I encourage everyone to follow the Facebook page, because I always post there whenever I am too busy. It's easier for me to post on Facebook, so please do follow. The Facebook page is Vula intlahla, the same spelling as this one, and there's also an Instagram page which is Vula intlahla as well. So please do follow those pages, at least the Facebook one, because it's the mostly active one, and that's where I normally post everything. Not intentional or planned. It just happened. I was busy with orders, then the next thing, I had a lot of family commitments and I couldn't do any videos. So, and after a month, I just decided, you know what, the break felt good and it looked like I needed the break. I was tired. Remember, I am doing a lot of things while I'm just one person. I've got a job, I am studying, I am also busy with my spiritual journey, and I'm also busy with the products and doing all the orders on my own, as well as content creation, which is doing the videos and planning the content, everything. So I am quite a busy person. So sometimes I get tired and I don't realize that I'm tired. And also, in between that, which is part of the spiritual journey, I don't really sleep 8 hours. At most, I sleep. I'm a very, very light sleeper. I sleep in early hours of the morning. So I sleep mostly for 4 hours every night. So generally, yes, I am a tired person, but I always just keep going, doing what I need to do. So while I was in the middle of the break, after a month, I realized I needed a break. And the second month, I just decided to keep on enjoying the break, recharge myself so that I can come back energized. So the second point is balancing life. So basically, in my break, I was busy with family, because as much as we've got careers and we've got the spiritual lives, which is the calling and everything, and trying to help the world and everybody else, we've got our immediate families, we've got our friends, we've got our partners that we need to be available for. So I just use the break as time to spend time with family, making memories, and just going out. Yeah, that is a very, very good especially for your mental health. And once you've got a good life balance, you actually feel very much energized to do anything and everything. And that's why you find that sometimes you can be able to take in a lot of work more than other people. It is because you are doing all this from like a place of balance, a place of energy. You all the spheres of your life are catered for. So when you are happy internally, it's easy to actually uh do speak life or do things on the outside. You actually feel energized. So that's how I recharge my energy. And while we're on the break, we also got new products, which is a fertility mixture. This is for men and women who are trying to conceive. It is going for 250 rands. It is a mixture that you drink. It I have already posted on Facebook, but I will highlight a few benefits right here. It will help with unblocking your tubes. It helps with balancing hormones. It helps with regulating periods. It helps with menstrual cramps. Anything that has to do with your reproductive system, I suggest you give that mixture a try and see how it works for you. And I will post again the benefits and everything on the YouTube community tab. And the other product that we have, we've got the Lucky Body Lotion as well, which is now people have been asking me what can I use after steaming, and I need something I can put on. So I decided to come up with the lotion. The lotion has got the because sorry about that. The lotion has a lucky oil in it to help you to be attractive, to help you to be likable by people, and also just to keep the luck coming to you. Luck, yes. And the other third product that we've got, it is a Vaseline. That Vaseline is for people who are struggling to sleep at night. If your body is itching, like from if you were something that there's something that happens when people cleanse themselves. That is when they are trying to all the bad luck, all the bad spells, that they experience an itching face or an itching body. So there is a Vaseline that I've made for that to help you sleep at night, to help with an itching body, to help with if you've got a painful body and you don't know what happened. If you wake up with a so there's this thing that I had okay, I'm gonna talk about it now, which is the last part, which is the spiritual attacks. And there are times where you feel like maybe when you wake up and you wake up maybe with a swollen hand or something, and you know that nothing happened to you, but for some reason you've got this painful part. It helps with that. If there's also this thing that I experienced, was that sometimes out of the blue, I would just feel like my ankle would feel like uh it's getting swollen, and I wouldn't know. Like I would struggle with driving, or maybe I would be fine by the time I'm sitting at home. And when I drive, by the time I get to the mall, my ankle is already aching, and I'm already walking like someone who's supposed to be using crutches or something. Like, yeah. So those are spiritual attacks. The fact that you just get a painful part or something swollen out of the blue. So I've used that Vaseline with that problem, and it has just disappeared at this stage. I don't experience it anymore, and I normally use that Vaseline when I wake up sometimes, and I would wake up maybe I've got a my ears painful, or the other day I had headache, and that headache was just intense, like it was different. And then I decided to try it, and it worked as well. So for those people who say my body is painful, my body feels like I'm being stabbed by needles, my body feels like there's a hole at the back. I struggle, I am restless at night. I would be turning the whole night. I can't sleep. All of that, and also for people who are experiencing very bad dreams, please try that one. Those are the three products that I came back with. I will still post on the community tab as well. And the other thing, so while I was on the break as well, the other thing that happened was spiritual growth. So, during times where I need to focus on my spiritual growth, I actually can't do a lot of things. So that was another reason why I just disappeared, was that I got to a place where I needed to grow spiritually, and there were things I had to do, and it was also not easy for me to process everything that I had to do to make sure that you see, you see, you see, as a young person, and also being spiritual gifted, mm, I might make it look easy, but sometimes it's not easy, because especially when you have to learn your new reality, because as a young person you had the truth you knew, or you had the life you knew as being your life, and the more things get revealed about your spiritual journey, and the more the new life becomes too different from the life you had envisioned for yourself, sometimes it becomes difficult to accept. Sometimes, even though you had already said, I will do it, but now when the things are actually getting revealed, you actually struggle and to come to terms with the new reality. Like, I think the most one I was faced with was the fact that um the person I imagined myself to be and the person I need to be, or I am actually becoming, is not anything I've ever envisioned for myself. And for a moment I was just in denial, and that didn't help me. You see, being in denial won't help you. For a moment, I was just busy protesting that no, 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 I don't imagine, I have never imagined myself looking like this. And, and especially with the things I had to wear, I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? But eventually, I made peace with everything. Reality of the matter is that we are growing up. We are not becoming any younger, we're growing older, and it is what it is. Yeah. So part of the break was for spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. And if I can give you maybe a hint of what kind of spiritual growth, it was a growth in prayer. In prayer. Praying prayers that matter. Praying prayers that have power. It was that. So yes. So uh as part of my gift, I've got that gift. That the gift of praying, of using prayer as a healing method. So that's where it's at. And the last and the not so good thing, as part of my breaks, there were a lot of spiritual attacks. There were a lot. I actually, you see, one thing about being spiritual gifted, one thing about being called, you need to understand. It is not just about you and accepting your journey. You will attract a lot of enemies. You will have a lot of enemies. And you will be attacked left, right, and center. Uh, there will be, while you are sitting there struggling with your calling on your spiritual journey, there's going to be people who are also sitting there saying, no ways, no ways, there is no way this one is going to practice her gift. She has to die. She must die. She has to die. She must die. And also, One thing that people do not realize about being spirit gifted, especially our own families where I come from, my background, which is the Eastern Cape side of things. I don't know about other tribes, but I'm sure about my own. That what people do not realize, in as much as a spiritual gift feels like a burden, or it feels like an inconvenience, or it feels like a curse, there are a lot of benefits. There are a lot of benefits or advantages or privileges of being spiritual gifted. Yes, I may cry. Yes, I may protest for a minute. Yes, I may not want to be. I may not want to wear the prophetic clothing that I need to wear, because I didn't envision myself that at this stage I'll be called that mother who can pray over people. You wouldn't much as I wouldn't want to accept myself in that. But the reality of the matter, and something that I can share with you, is that there are a lot of good things that come with being spiritual gifted, which is what our enemies know. They know that if you are spiritual gifted, it means also that you are given power to do many things that other people cannot do. It means that you could be very successful in your life, mainly because when you're spiritual gifted, you're actually given the tools of life, which is, for example, the first tool that I got is prayer. The first tool that I got is the ability to pray and things change. And if ever I can pray over my life, over the next person's life, over anybody's life, and if I have the power to say things and they happen, then that means I can be anything I want to be. But there is a certain order to follow. And also, one thing about being spiritual gifted, it actually means that my guardian angel is closer to me than yours is. Not because yours can be closer, but because mine gets to be invited every day. That's why I always encourage people to pray, because it's easy. You just do what your angel likes, and then they will always be around you, basically. So if they like prayer and you are praying more, they will always be there around you. So yeah. So basically, I experienced some spiritual attacks. We got attacked. It was a very big attack, but it was not successful. But it was the kind of attack that if it happened to be successful, it would have killed my mother and two kids. So that was not good. And so we got to be aware that, oh, there is such an attempt, and we also just need to do what we need to do. So I'm telling you the part of spiritual attack so that you understand that as we are all here on earth, we continue to be attacked every day. But if the attacks will work or not, it will depend on you and what you are doing on your daily life. So that's why I always encourage you to pray, to steam, to bath. Make it easy for negative energy to reside. Cleanse your house, cleanse your yard, so that whatever was sent to you, you can only see just the sign of it, that, oh, this is what they were trying to do to me. And then it doesn't happen. So that you can only be able, because trust me, in order for you to respect life, in order for you to value life, these things, sometimes God and your angels or your ancestors will let you see what people were trying to do to you, so that you can have respect for prayer, so that you can have respect for ancestors, so that you can have respect for your God, so that you can understand the value of life. Because If they were shielding you from everything and you couldn't see any attempt on your life, you were going to be spoiled and you were going to take life for granted. But once the day you see an attempt on your life is the day you will respect life, and is the day you will respect prayer, and is the day you will force yourself to pray even if you are lazy. So this video was only mainly for catch up. And the other thing I wanted to share, there is a channel I once shared with you. The name of the channel is called Idlozi Elizenzelayo. It is a channel by another spiritual gifted person I know, and I don't know, his channel had a problem and he has recreated it. He asked me to share again because there were people from this channel who were following him. In summary, his background is that he was someone who was a staunch Christian, or who was a full Christian, uh, who was saved even, but later find out that he had a spiritual gift. And then he started following the traditional route. So I think that's the interesting part in his story, that he's coming from being Christian and now he's on the side of ancestors, consulting and taking a spiritual gift from ancestors. So I think that's the part most people were interested in. And also people who would like to learn about ancestors, African spirituality, how to do traditional ceremonies, and also how do ancestors come, everything that has to do with ancestors and ancestral gifts, and also the background of being a Christian, and I would advise you to follow the link. I will post the link on the comment section, and I will pin the comment. So please follow that channel. I suggest, especially for the spiritual gifted, if you're still trying to find your direction and you don't know what to do, please follow that channel. If you would like to learn about ancestors, in case you've got late parents, and please follow that channel, subscribe to that channel. I think there's videos already you can listen to, and he's still going to share more, and you're gonna be able to learn a lot of things, I know. Thank you so much for listening to this video up until now. I'm gonna be posting more videos now. Thank you so much to the people who used the super thanks button, who gifted me with money, and there's also another person who actually sent it to my bank account. It is highly appreciated. And please, for those who don't know, the super thanks button is a button that you can use to donate money to the channel. It is next to your like button. So thank you so much to those people. It is really appreciated. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you on the next video.